Hi, band. This is an explanation of what's happening at the Conference Music Festival, or SEC as we've been calling it. I really need you to watch this whole video to the end. If you want to speed it up a little, that's fine, but this is all very important stuff to me. I would normally spend 45 minutes talking in class about this, but I would rather spend that time rehearsing with you. So please watch this and make sure your friends do too. I'm going to use this SEC All Conference Band General Info sheet that I've posted in the SEC folder on Schoology. So you can follow along with that, refer back to it or whatever. But right now it's mostly me just talking through the things, and I'm going to show them to you right here on the screen. All right, here we go. The first thing is just the call time. We're at Mounds View High School. It's an 8:45 a.m. call time. The original letter, the original information said 8:30 call time, but that's earlier than you need to be there. So please be there by 8:45, and that will give you time to figure out the lay of the land and then still get to where you need to go on time. So 8:45 is fine. Don't be one of the people that's late. That's saying that your time is more important than ours. So don't be that person. You are responsible for your own transportation. If you need my help getting a ride, please talk to me. Please talk to me. Don't be shy. I will help coordinate something. There are plenty of people in this band that will help you get there. Concert attire all day. So just do that. We're not going to have time or places to change clothes. So when you get there at 8:45 a.m., you're going to find our homeroom. It's room 251 up on the upper level. There are building maps included in your materials. I will show you that in a second, but also there's going to be people there showing you where to go. When you walk in the main entrance, there will be Mounds View band students, likely maybe some parents. You just say, I'm Roseville band, my homeroom is 251. Can you help? They'll tell you which direction to go. But it is 251. And then once you're there, you'll drop your stuff and get down to the main gym by 9:20. The performances start at 9:30. We don't warm up till later. Our warm-up slot is 1:45 and our performance time is 2:15. So we'll have plenty of time to talk about that as the day goes on, but we'll meet back in our homeroom. I suppose I could have put that in there somewhere. 1:15, let's meet at the homeroom. Then we can be ready, like we'll have our instruments out, our music out, our mutes out, whatever we need, so that when our warm-up time hits, we just bolt to the warm-up room and get right down to business. So the 1:15 slot will duck out. Hopefully I'll show you that here in a minute on the day program schedule. Speaking of which, this next bullet is the day program schedule. You'll get a paper copy of this thing when we arrive in the homeroom. You'll grab a paper copy, put your name on it right away. You will carry that around with you and write things in it during the day. So get a copy of that. Like I said, I'll show you in a second, but it's going to look something like that. You should be listening to bands in the main gym all day. You'll go to Roz Orchestra and Roz Choir, but other than that, you're listening to bands all day. We stay until the end. We don't leave early. The whole gig ends at 3:15 p.m. Athletics coaches, everybody in the conference should know that this is the main thing this day. It's performance related. So being late to practice should be allowed on that day. And like the athletic directors in the conference all understand this and support this. So if your coaches have a problem with it, you should have the support of Mr. Turner in the athletic office. There will be some schools that you see like ducking out early and not attending the last performance. I consider that a non-classy move. So we are classy. We are the epitome of respect in this day. And so we're going to stay to the end. We're going to support that last band. We're going to stay for that last clinic all the way to the end because that's what is the classy thing to do. And we are the model of class. Down here during our performance session, the biggest thing is when we are allowed to take the stage, we're already eating up our performance and our clinic time. So once we leave that warm-up room and we're getting on stage, we're going to try and be ready as fast as humanly possible. The stage setup will probably be less perfect than what we're used to in a concert. It's not about stage setup. It's about maximizing our time on there. So we're going to set up fast, fast, fast. And then like it says here, Dr. Jackson will do a clinic after we play. Listen to her, write things down. If she says something that conflicts what I've told you, go with her. She's smarter than me. This is my biggest thing. I've already referred to it, but all day long we are respectful. We are the model of professionalism and respect. It's being where you're supposed to be, listening to performances, supporting other musicians, and doing what you're supposed to do, which also implies not doing what you're not supposed to do. This is a really important one. We're going to highlight it in two different colors. It is required to be in the performance at all times, but do not leave during the clinician's comments. You will have other people like, oh, I got somewhere else I got to be, so I'm going to clomp around and get out of here while the clinician is talking to the ensemble. We don't do it. We don't do it. We don't do it. And stop other people from doing it. You stay until the clinician is done talking, and then you hustle your spot to wherever you need to go. We do not leave while the clinician is talking, even though there's going to be some other hoodlums that are doing that. In your homeroom, I would not leave valuables in there. There should be a Mounds View teacher in there, but I still wouldn't leave valuables in there. And we don't eat in there. That's not where you eat your lunch and have your snacks. You do that in the cafeteria. Another reminder here, it is required to be in a performance at all times. You're either, when you're doing our band stuff, then you're doing our band stuff. Otherwise, you are in performances all the time, and help each other follow that rule. Again, you'll see other schools, probably some people like just hanging in the hallways or hanging in their homerooms or sitting around chatting. Um, that's not what we do. We are here to support our fellow musicians and hear good music. I mentioned this already, but on this next page, bring a writing utensil. You're going to write in your day program. I'll show it to you in a minute. There's a blank at the end of the page or at the end of the packet where you're just writing some notes on each performance that you observe. You'll put your name on it and then leave it in the homeroom when you leave. During the performances, just some thoughts. Don't obsess over who's the best. Just work on finding what's good. Every performance, you'll be able to find something that's imperfect about it. But rather than saying like, oh, we could do that better, or instead think of like, what's good about this performance? How can I support these people? What can I love about it? There is going to be something good about every single performance. I guarantee you that. So look for the good stuff. You should be in the band room most of the time, in the band performance site, I mean, most of the time. But if you want to go observe choirs and orchestras, that's okay, especially if the Roseville Choir and the Roseville Orchestra, we definitely should go hear them. I already mentioned this. Students from other schools will skip performances. We don't do that. We are listening to musicians all the time. Already talked about this. And attending the last slot of the day is required. I talked about that as well. We do attend the last slot of the day. We stay till the end because it's the classy thing to do, and we are supporters of our fellow musicians. For lunch, most importantly, bring your own lunch. There is some food for sale there, but I wouldn't count on it being enough to feed you. So please bring your own lunch. We do not leave. You don't leave campus to go get some food, and you don't do DoorDash or pizza delivery or anything like that. That is, again, you might see someone do that. That is not what other people are doing. So don't be selfish. Don't be the one that thinks you get to do the thing. Bring your own lunch or buy the concessions that are on site. You could see me making this point. You don't leave. You don't order in. You don't leave. You don't order in. And then in terms of like, I just tied it to buying food. There's also merch like this. This shirt that I'm wearing, I bought last year. Was this just last year? Like a lot of athletes have seen these at tournaments and athletic events. They've started making them for our thing, which I think is super cool. So there will be shirts like this for sale if you want to bring some extra money for that, or obviously your card. Logistics to think about. Who will carry the music boxes? I'm counting on probably the same people that carried them for the field trip to Rams. So just the same people that managed our folder boxes are going to manage them again, help us get them packed up, help us make sure they get to Mounds View, help us make sure they get back from Mounds View at the end of it all. Percussionists, you have a bunch of things that you need to pack up on Thursday. So I put the list here so that you've got it. That's all the stuff of our own that we should bring. The other stuff they're going to have. I'm really hoping they have the two, I think, what did we request? Two marimbas and two vibraphones. I'm really hoping they can help us out, and a second bass drum. And I'm checking on that. I have a message out, so I'm not 100% sure we're going to have that. We could either do without or bring our own if they are not able to help us. So I don't know, percussionists, be ready and keep asking me questions to confirm that. Okay, so that's that document. Hopefully that answers a lot of your questions. I've referred to the day program. This is I'm gonna walk you through this because it has helpful things in it. This is the thing that you'll pick up a hard copy of in our homeroom when you arrive. It does have the map of the school, so it'll help you get to where we're going. Oh yeah, see, I screwed that up in the previous thing where I said go to the main gym to watch bands. Totally wrong. Don't go to the main gym, go to the auditorium. So follow your map there. The main gym thing was from last year. That's my bad. Upper level is where our homeroom is, Roseville band. So there's your room 251 homeroom. And you can see cafeteria, this that you can't actually read. So that's where you're doing your eating there. This has the whole schedule for the day. This will be really helpful, especially as you plan out which groups you're going to listen to and which where our Roseville groups are and things like that. So, like I said, in this opening time, you're just arriving, figuring out the lay of the land, putting your stuff in your homeroom, and by 9:20, you're getting to the auditorium so that you are ready for the Mounds View Band to kick off the day. The only people not doing that would be Roseville choir folks. You are starting your day with the warm up, but Mr. McMillan has already mentioned that. Everybody else, you're listening to Mounds View Band. And then I'm going to pop over to this Roseville orchestra, or excuse me, Roseville choir. So we stay for the clinician's comments. Then you book it out of there and go grab the Roseville choir. You go hear Cantus do their thing over in the choir area. Then I suggest bopping back out to the band site. We'll catch some Forest Lake band and some park band before our break. I'm looking for the Roseville Orchestra. Cool. Then everybody has a break. You could grab some of your food at that, eat some food at that point, or just chill for a minute. Then after the break, I'm back in for the Cretan band. Unless I'm in orchestra, you see the Roseville Orchestra is over here. If you're in orchestra, then your warm-up slot is right here. So after that break, or during that break, you're getting ready for orchestra. You'll go over and warm up with orchestra and then perform with orchestra. The rest of us are listening to Cretan's band and then bolting over to Orchestra World to listen to the Roseville Orchestra kick some face. After that, we book it back over, and I really would like you to book it back over to catch Eastridge. Even our orchestra performers, you're going to have your instruments at that point. I recommend bringing your instruments and putting them away later or whatever. The Eastridge band is good. We like Mr. Como. He's just awesome. And his band does better and better things every year. So they're going to do great stuff. So I would hustle over to catch Eastridge. Then we've got this break. And then unfortunately, we don't get to listen to the Stillwater band here because that's when we're performing, or that's when we're warming up. So we'll miss the Stillwater band, but then we'll perform after them. This break right here is a convenient spot for us to like get our instruments and cases and stuff like that. So we won't have to miss the East Ridge band. Then when we're done performing, you're going to stay with your instruments and just go right into the audience to listen to Irondale's band at the end. We don't have time to put them away and then come back and listen. So we just stay in the space, keep your instruments, listen to Irondale. They're a very good band, so it should be super fun. And then we go pack up and get the heck out of Dodge after that. So please stick around and with your instruments and listen to Irondale. You won't regret it. This is our introduction to Dr. Liz Jackson Kirchhoff. I think she just goes by Liz Jackson, but she is awesome. So read about her. There's a choir person, an orchestra person. And then here it tells you what everybody's playing. So that's kind of fun to preview. You can also see what the choirs are singing and what the orchestras are playing as you go through the rest of the day schedule. And then at the end, this is where those listening forms are that you're talking about. So the every group that you're listening to, you're writing in the name of the ensemble, answering some questions. You don't have to write a ton, but I would like you to write some stuff. It helps you process the thinking and become a better musician. So fill out those listening forms as you go throughout the day. And that's the end of your day packet, as we call it, the day program. So those are the things. Again, the probably the biggest thing I'm reiterating is be classy and do the right stuff. I am always so proud to be associated with Roseville band kids because we are highly supportive of other musicians, and we're always just very classy when we're out in public, doing the right thing and going to the places we're supposed to go and staying off of our devices and just being good listeners. So I appreciate you in advance and making all these right decisions, and I'm super excited to do this with you. All right, thank you for watching to the end. See you soon.